Hello everyone, how are you all? So now come back to the topic. In the last class we were discussing about the male reproductive system, and I was telling you about the testis, which is the primary sex organ in the males. I told you about the scrotum, which is connected to the abdominal cavity, and the testis, which is connected to the scrotum. Or how they are connected: the testis is connected to the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal. The testis is connected to the scrotum sac by the gubernaculum. These things we have discussed already. Now today we'll see the testis. The transfer section of the testis will see the structure, the internal structure of the testis, how the testis is, is seen, and how it actually performs or functions. If we see the structure of the testis, it is triple membranous, means covered by 3 layers like this. Then inside it it is divided into some parts, some sections like this. In each section there are some tubular structures which are coiled structure like this. 2 to 3 coiled structures are there in each section, in each septums, and all these tubular structures open into the common openings that is known as, this is the common opening in which all these structure is opening here, this one. Then this common opening is again opening into another structure like this, another tube like structure, and then finally it is opening into a highly coiled structure. We'll see the names of these structures, what are the structures and what are the functions. Now first of all, if we talk about the layers, the membranes of the testis, the outermost membrane, that is the tunica vaginalis. The middle layer, you can see the second one, that is the tunica albugina, and the outermost layer, the innermost layer is the tunica vasculosa. These are the 3 layers, the 3 membranes which are covering the whole testis. Inside this, I told you that this is divided into the septums, and these are known as the septular testis. All these sections, septums, are known as the septular testis. Inside the septular testis, we can see 2 to 3 green, the coil structure. These are the tubular structure which are known as the seminiferous tubules. This is the seminiferous tubule. All those seminiferous tubules are opening here into the common opening that is known as the rete testis. Further, this rete testis is opening into this coil structure that is known as the vas efferens. And the vas efferens is finally opening into the highly coiled structure that is known as the epididymis. This epididymis consists of 3 parts: the upper one, the middle one, and the lower one. What are the names of these? We can we'll see it here. The upper part of the epididymis is the carpus caput epididymis. The middle one is the carpus epididymis, and the lower one is the cauda epididymis. Understood? So once again, we'll see the structure of the testis. It is covered by the 3 membranes, the tunica vaginalis, the middle one is the tunica albugina, and the innermost is the tunica vasculosa. Inside the testis, we'll see it is divided into small sections, or the septums, which are known as the septular testis. Inside each septular testis, we can see 2 to 3 tubular structures which are known as the seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules are the structural and the functional unit of the testis, which actually produce the sperms. Then all those seminiferous tubules are opening into the common opening that is known as the rete testis. Further, the rete testis is opening into the vasa efferens, and finally the vasa efferens is going and opening into the highly coiled structure that is known as the epididymis. This is the structure of the testis. Now we'll see the seminiferous tubules. So we can understand that seminiferous tubules are the structural and functional unit of a testis. It means the major functions is to produce the sperm, and that function is performed by the seminiferous tubules here. That's why we are calling them the structural and the functional unit of the testis. On an average, if we talk about in one testis, approximately 700 to 1000 seminiferous tubules are present. What is their main function? The primary function, production of sperm. It is not very easy process, the production of sperm. If we see the internal section of the seminiferous tubules, that how these tubules are formed, how these tubules are made up, then we'll get a better idea. We are saying that in one septular testis there is 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Suppose for an example these are 2 seminiferous tubules we are talking about. The seminiferous tubules are covered by the layers, the cells, the outermost cells. I'm leaving some space between these cells. Why I'm leaving this, I will let you know, because there are the different kind of cells will come here. These are the germinal cells, germinal epithelial cells. In between we can draw another type of cell that is like this here also. This is also kind of seminiferous. These are the cells which are present in between. Now in middle of it, cells are present which are forming the sperms, and here also you can see in between it some specific cells are present here. Now what are these cells? These outermost layer, these cells are making the germinal epithelial cells. These are the spermatocytes which are actually forming the sperm. But we have drawn some specific cells also in between these seminiferous tubules. What are these cells? These cells are known as the Sertoli cells, or we can also call them the nurse cells. Here between 2 seminiferous tubules also we have drawn some cells. These are known as the interstitial or the Leydig cells. Now we'll see the functions. The functions are, as we have discussed, that the seminiferous tubules are the structural and the functional unit, means the main function of the seminiferous tubule is to produce the sperm. How it will produce the sperm? The outermost layer of this seminiferous tubule is the germinal epithelial cells, which are also present in the female's ovary. So the main function of the germinal epithelial cell is to divide continuously, and when they will divide continuously, they will form sperm mother cell. And after the division in the sperm, continuous division in the sperm mother cell, it will form the spermatocytes, and finally the spermatocyte will again divide and they will form the sperm. This is very complicated process, the spermatocyte, formation of the sperm. We'll discuss this also further in this chapter, but right now we are just understanding the function of the seminiferous tubules. So the sperm mother cells are formed by the germinal epithelial. This sperm mother cells will form the spermatocyte, and finally it will convert into the sperm. Now the sperms are formed here inside the seminiferous tubule, but we know that the sperms are the living cells. If they are living cells, it means they require the nutrition. It means they need to provide the nutrition, otherwise they will die. So how they are getting the nutrition? So to provide them the nutrition, we have formed some cells here. These are known as the Sertoli cells or the nurse cells. The nurse itself means to provide the nourishment, means these Sertoli cells will continuously provide the nourishment to these sperms which are formed here. Fine. And what is the function of this? Interstitial or the Leydig cells. These interstitial or the Leydig cells will become activate when one hormone which is known as the ICSH. This hormone is secreted by the pituitary gland, and this hormone will come and act over this interstitial cell. The interstitial cell will become activated and they will start secreting the testosterone hormone. Testosterone hormone. What is the function of the testosterone hormone? The testosterone hormone is responsible for the secondary sexual character. And other function, these testosterone hormone will be secreted by these interstitial cells, and this testosterone hormone will start diffusing inside these seminiferous tubules. So the testosterone hormone is entering into the seminiferous tubules, and then this testosterone hormone will go and will enhance the activity of the germinal epithelial cell, and it will induce those cells to divide fast, so that the process of the spermatogenesis will become fast. It means the testosterone hormone is also taking part into the formation of the sperms. Otherwise, what will happen if the testosterone hormone will not secrete? It will not go inside this, and these cells will not get accumulated here, and they will not get induction to divide, and then finally the sperm will not be formed. This is the main function of the interstitial or the Leydig cells. So for today it is enough. We are stopping here only. In the next class, we'll start further. Now we have seen here how the seminiferous tubules are working, where actually the sperms are formed, and which hormone is actually responsible for that. These things all we have discussed. In the next class, we'll see the hormonal changes and the hormonal effect on the seminiferous tubules, which hormone actually affect the feedback mechanism, and all the things we'll discuss in the next class, and then we'll move on. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day. Thank you.